Hey, what's up? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing out there? DONVETO, I'm in the building. How you feeling? Today I got another guest coming through. She goes by the name of Shawana King, aka Wanna Got Class. You know, this is it's a cool person that we talked the other day, and somebody referred it to me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me give her a call and let me check out. So stay tuned for Shawana King coming up in a few minutes. But I want to say how y'all doing. How's everybody coping with the situation we live in now, which they calling the new norm? I don't like calling it the new norm. I'm still gonna live my life the way I live my life. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, I wish you well. Take care of yourself. It's all about nutrition at this point. You gotta feed your body correctly. They say you are what you eat, so you need to tighten up on your nutritional foods, and you take your vitamins and drink a lot of water, stuff like that. Just really focus on what's going on, and exercise too. Try to do a little bit of exercise to keep your body going correctly, functioning properly, stuff like that is very important for people to do that, especially now today. Go outside and everybody got masks on. It's like crazy. It's like before you made sure you had your keys, you made sure you had your cell phone, you made sure you had your wallet. Now you got to make sure you got your mask and you got your gloves, stuff like that. And you see somebody walking around, or you see somebody, in the store, whatever, you got to make sure you keep a little room from them and stuff like that. So I guess that's what they call in the new norm. Well, we lost a lot of people. I heard it. We lost like 200,000 people in the world. And I heard like 2.8 million people worldwide had the coronavirus or caught the coronavirus. So it's like, you got to take this thing serious. I see people moving around a little bit out here in the streets, so you know who you are. You're not taking this thing serious. You know what I'm saying? Yes, people still gathering in groups, and they just had something out in Brooklyn with the Jews where they had somebody died, and they was like real deep, and it was mob deep, and the police had to do a little something with them and clear them out and stuff like that. Hey, Wanda, what's good? How you feeling? You got to get on the live with me though. Got to get on the live. You got to put a request on. I see you though. I definitely see you. And then they had some stuff on the trains where the trains are real crowded and stuff like that. Yeah, Wanda, you got to join me on the live so I can request you. You can get on. Yeah, we don't need you to be scrolling through the thing. We need you on. There you go. I see you now. Yeah, but so people got to take this real serious, and they got there she go right there. Okay, we got Wanda here. She about to pull up.
How you doing?
Hello, Shawana.
This my wig
How
head
you
in the
doing?
back is kind of annoying. I need to move her. How you doing? Can you see
I'm
me? Can you
doing
hear
great. I'm
me?
doing great. I see you very well, and I hear you very well.
Okay, great,
Just try to stay
great.
in a little. Yeah, it's getting a little blurry though, a little bit for some reason.
Is it?
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know. It's
Should
clear
I
right
exit
now.
and come back in?
No, let's see how it goes for a minute. I can see you
Okay,
now. I can see you. All right.
okay.
So how you holding up with this Corona situation?
I mean, I'm holding up. I did time in jail, so the corona situation, me being in the house, is really not bothering me as much as it's probably bothering the normal person who never
Hmm.
did prison time. But being that I was in prison, this me being in the house is
Right.
really not bothering me too much. Like, I'm getting a lot of stuff done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm able to get stuff done that I probably wouldn't do if I wasn't in the house.
Exactly. And I'm the same way. I just
Right.
been using my creative juices and just be coming up with stuff, you know, to stay busy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like this time we got so,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
we still getting a
we
little
got so
blurry
much.
here and there. Yeah.
Hold on.
And you know what? How about you go back in and I just tell everybody to tune back. She want to give her a second, y'all. She her screen is a little blurry, so she gonna go out. She gonna come back in. Thank y'all for tuning in. I see Divine. I see Mr. Who, Skeeter. I am King Sosa. Beauty Checks. She coming back. Yeah, she had a little technical difficulties. Okay, there she go. Let me see how this works now. Shawana King, what's up, Shawana? Let's talk about it.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Now we looking good. I want you looking good. I want it nice and clear. We ain't gonna do
Okay,
no
is it
wax
clear
show.
now?
DONVETO, we don't do wax shows. We can start it over. We got nothing but time on our hand, right?
Yeah, we got time. Yeah.
Yes, and actually a lot of people tuning in. You got a lot of friends and family and fans and followers, you know, saying hello. So you got Shalonda and all kind of people. So let's get right into it. So like you said, you did time, so this is nothing.
Right. This is nothing. Me being in the house is really not nothing to me. Like, I'm spending more time with my family. I'm, you know, doing things that I probably would have never did if I was outside running the streets. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
yes,
now
yes.
I was able to get my book done.
Mm-hmm. Show them the
Completed,
book. Show them the
so
book. Swipe. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna definitely talk about
yes.
that. So about your family, you was able to get a lot of things done, and what else?
Yeah, I'm able to get a lot of things done. Like, I'm spending time with my family, you know, and it's so crazy because you can be in a relationship with somebody and really don't know a lot of stuff about them because you know what I mean? You do, but now it's like I'm spending quality time with my man, you know, my daughter, and just my family, and it's cool. Like, I'm not letting this Corona situation get to me. I'm staying safe. I'm not going outside, and my family's not going outside, and we just staying in the house.
And that's cool, you know. And you just said a lot right there. You know, we run so much we don't realize how much we run till now we got to sit down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you're a person that got stuff on your mind and you got things to do and you got like creative juices running through your brain, you're going to figure out a way to make yourself comfortable and still live. Like you said, if you did time, this is light.
Exactly.
You ain't staying on nobody's count. You can go in your refrigerator.
It's like I'm on house arrest right now. I'm on house arrest. It's cool. I can go in
jump
my
up
own
in your
refrigerator
whip when you feel like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can still make money. I can still do everything that I want to do in the comfort of my home. I'm not behind nobody's prison because there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the prisons. You know, like, I'm just happy that I'm not experiencing the corona in the prison because it's crazy right now. Like, I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff on the internet, people dying in the prisons. And my uncle, he's in prison. He had the corona. He said basically his whole prison had corona. And they was just bringing the bodies out like it was nothing, left to right. I'm like, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, my cousin died. My cousin died like a month ago from corona. He was in prison.
Wow.
He did 8 years. He was supposed to come home this June.
What?
Yeah, man. You're gonna do all that time and then die when you get
die from a
corona.
Fucking rock. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but come on.
Cool. Yeah, that's sad, man. It's real sad, you know.
That's so sad.
And he was young too, you know. Young.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's crazy.
Yeah, because when you mentioned that, it made me think of him, you know.
Right.
So tell everybody where you from. Where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn. Born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Brooklyn.
So how was life like growing up with you, you know?
I mean, so growing up is so crazy because it's in the book. Like, I speak about me growing up as a kid. You know, growing up in Brooklyn, you experience like the fast life. Like, for me, my father was a hustler. You know what I mean? So I experienced the allowance, the big allowance, and you know, the material stuff. And that's the reason why I was who I became at a certain age, because of what I went through growing up. You know what I mean? With my family just giving me everything. Exactly. And then when they couldn't give it to me no more, I had to go get it on my own. And I had to figure out ways to get it on my own. You know what I mean? I don't come from money. My family, my parents, you know, they hustlers, you know, so I had to figure out ways to do it on my own. So that's what I'm talking about in the book as well.
Okay. Y'all got to go cop that book. We're going to talk about that book in a little while. So you say you grew up. So I know a similar story, like a couple people like that. You grew up and your parents was getting money, and they, you know, you always want your kids to have more than you have.
Right.
So once money started like not being the same or whatever the case may be, you said, I got to go do my thing. So did that lead you to go to prison?
Absolutely. You know, because growing up with my father was giving me everything. My mother was a working woman. She worked. So my mom and my dad, they separated. So on the weekends, I would go with my dad. And on the weekdays, I would go to school. Monday through Friday, I was at my mom's house. And I couldn't wait till Friday after school to go to my father's house because I knew that's where all the money was at. I knew that's when I was going to be able to get everything that I wanted. You
Daddy's
know,
little
so
girl,
I could not just wait. Friday came, I was so happy to leave. Not that I didn't want to be with my mother. It was just a different feeling. So it's like I got best of both. You know what I mean? So when my dad, you know, when he didn't want to be in the streets no more because his friends was going to prison for life, he's like, listen, I'm not doing this no more. I'm getting me a regular job. The money started to slow up. So now I'm getting older. I'm like, damn, I'm 16 now. I'm 15, 16. When I was 14, 13, I was able to get anything I wanted. I was getting every single Jordans. My father was giving me $500 every week. Now I'm getting older and I'm not getting that. I'm like a couple Jordans behind. Like, no, I can't do this. You know what I mean? So I had to figure out ways to get it on my own. So, you know, that's when the boys came in my life. You know, I got a boyfriend and I was like, what are you doing? Like, what you into? Trying to, you know, understand the hustle and make it my own. Cause I think that it was just embedded in me. Like I was born with being a hustler, like, you know, from my parents. So that's kind of how it started. When my father not being able to give me what he used to give me, that just turned me into a different person. Like I got to figure out ways to get it on my own now.
Plus, you know, when you used to have it, you don't feel good not having.
Absolutely.
You know
and that's the crazy thing. I don't want to jump over, but me coming from prison and not having what I used to have when I was hustling, like that shit humbled me down. Like I think this is the reason why, like I went to prison multiple times. Like I didn't just go to prison one time. I went to prison two, 3 times. You know what I mean? And the second time I just felt like, damn, I can't do this. I can't be broke. I'm going back to do what I know how to do because that's all I knew. You know what I mean? And then I went to prison, and then it's like the last time I'm like, nah, I can't. This material stuff is like, am I doing it for myself or am I really doing it because I want to look a certain way or feel a certain way for other people? You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, okay, you got money, you got the clothes, you got the cars. It makes you feel good, but you doing it for other people. Like I really had to sit there and ask myself, like, are you doing this for you, Shawana, or are you doing this because you care about what other people think about you? You know what I mean? So, but that's another story.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to that. This is getting interesting. So you went to prison. When you went in prison, so you went to the feds.
Yes. I was 18 years old. My first bid was straight to the feds.
So you went to the feds. So how was the federal experience though?
So when I first went to the feds, I was young. You know, I was 18 years old. I didn't know what to expect. I was hearing all the crazy stories about prison. I was Googling stuff. I was, you know, but when I got there, it wasn't nothing of what I was hearing or what I was Googling. You know what I mean? It was a whole totally different experience. I'm not going to say I'm not glorifying prison, but it wasn't like harsh. Like I was in a camp, so it wasn't like crazy how people make it seem. The only bad experience is that you're not with your family and you know you're missing your family. But I think I was able to deal with that because I was so young.
Right.
But I think now if I go to prison because I feel like I have so much to lose, I don't. Somebody call me. I don't think I'll be able to deal with that at this day and age. You know what I mean? But before being that I was so young, it wasn't as crazy as I thought it would be.
Right. So what was life like in the feds though? You know, you say it wasn't that crazy. I mean, how much time did you have to do?
So my first The first time I went in, I had to do 16 months.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I did 16 months. And the last time I went in, I had to do 2 years. And that's recently.
Okay. So you did 2 years, and then which did you like go to school? Did you learn things while you were in there so you can come home and be able to do something different?
Well, I wrote my book.
Okay.
So I did write my book. When you're in prison, when you don't have like a high school diploma or you don't have a GED, they make you go to school. But I had those, so I didn't have to. Mm-hmm. But I did certain things in prison. Like I did classes. I did makeup classes with the girls because I'm certified to do makeup. So I did makeup classes, and I certified the other females that was in there. Being that I'm certified, I'm able to certify them just to give people, just a platform from when they come home. You know, it's a side hustle, but at least you're certified. You got certified when you're in prison, so you could go home and you could do makeup. You know, it's a side hustle. I did do that. I wrote my book. I lost a lot of weight. You know, I basically cleansed. Like, I made sure while I was in there, I got something out of that. You know, I got my body in shape. Like, I was like in the best shape. Mm-hmm. I don't even think I could get like that ever again. But I was like in the best shape, you know, and I tried to do productive things to take my mind off of being in prison. And the good thing is that I had my family on the outside who was very supportive, because it's a lot of females in prison who don't have a support system, and that's what really makes your time extremely hard. Right. You know, I had the support system, so I had visits every weekend. So that was something for me to look forward to, and that's what helped me get by with my time.
And you need your own money because they don't give you no real money in there, right? So
absolutely,
you
like you make like a couple cents an hour. You know, you don't really make any type of money. So if you don't have your support on the outside, it's hard. But what I could say about prison is that, like, depending on if you're Spanish, you click with the Spanish people, and if you don't have money, they look out for you, like the female prisons. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if anybody came and they was from Brooklyn, they call me. They'd be like, Shawana, somebody from Brooklyn here. I'll come get her, grab her under the wing, make sure she good, take care of her so she get her stuff.
Aisha just put a little note on that said $5 a month.
Oh yeah, $5 a month, right? Yeah. Right. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So,
but yeah.
Now go ahead.
No.
So how long you been home now? I've
been home now for 3 years.
Okay. 3 years. So, I see you own a few businesses. You have like something called Shop Classy Hair, and a Real Credit Pro. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about one at a time. Let's talk about the Shop Classy Hair thing first.
So when I was in prison, you stripped up everything when you're in prison, like no makeup, no weave, no nothing. So a lot of times the females that we used to go through it, like you missing your wigs, you missing your weaves, you missing certain things that, that make you feel good. Mm-hmm. So while I was in prison, I was like, you know what? I really want to come out with something that's going to make females feel good, Mm-hmm. And when I came home, I seen it was so many people selling hair, but it was $1 billion industry. So if I could get a piece of that, I'm good. Right.
Right.
So I started my hair company, and in the beginning, of course, it was hard, but now it's really starting to pick up, and it's going well now, and I'm grateful. I'm happy because it was so much times that I wanted to just give up on it, and that's with anything, especially being a hustler. You want stuff fast, like I expect everything to come fast, but life is not like that, and I'm starting to really understand that, everything is not fast paced, And
it's different when you have your own business.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do all the work 7 days a week.
All the work, right. All the work. Like,
that's what I work
shipping,
7 days.
I'm talking to clients, I'm pulling in clients, I'm doing everything. And it's hard.
It's everything.
It's really, really hard.
And the biggest thing is finding a team.
Yes. That's the hardest part.
Whoa. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? The team is the hardest thing.
Having a team to help and really be there to support, and just, especially when you're starting from the beginning and you really can't pay people what they, what you really would want to, as you got to have people that will want to like rock with you from the beginning and believe in you and know that your company is going to grow.
Right.
Like, I'm happy that I have somebody, you know, around me and a couple people around me who believe in me and actually like help me, you know, because they believe in the company and they believe that like I'm a genuine person. So they know if I rise to the top, they coming right with me.
Right. So what's the Real Credit Pro company about?
We do credit repair. Me and my sister Aisha Hall. We were
Hello,
both in
Aisha. How
prison
you doing?
together.
She said yes.
Me and Aisha met in prison about 12 years ago, maybe 13 years ago now. We met 13 years ago. I was extremely young. And when I first met her, you know, she had 10 years. I had 16 months. I'm like, 10 years? I can't even imagine. What the hell, you know? That's a long time. But we stayed in contact. You know, I never left her side when she was in prison. I wrote her letters. I did everything just to support her, you know. So she came home and we still friends and we started the company together. And I'm really happy that we started this company, you know, and it's been very successful because in the beginning, we initially started it like it was just a conversation. And I'm like, yo, my struggles coming home was me really getting a lump sum of money. You know what I mean? And me and Aisha both know that a lump sum of money you can get from your credit. So we was like, yo, you know what? Let's help the girls that's in prison. We got contacts with some of them. Like she had a lot of contact because she had just came home with a couple of females who were still in prison. So she's like, I'm going to contact them. The people that's coming home within a year, let's help them get their credit fixed. Let's really not charge them much. You know what I mean? Because at that time, we was just doing it from the love of our heart. You know what I mean? Like, let's charge them really nothing. Let's fix their credit. So when they come home, they'll have something to look forward to because we know the struggle of what we've been through coming home. So we started doing that. And then they started telling their parents and they friends, and it just became crazy. Like we really just started with like 5 girls that was in prison. And they called their boyfriends or their sisters like, oh, my friend, this girl who I was out there with fixed my credit. She could fix yours too. And so we was just getting phone calls left and right. We like, oh, hell, we did not expect to do this as a real business, but it's been really good ever since. Like, it's been good.
You get blessings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get blessings when you give back to people.
Right, because we're not thinking of it like that. Because Aisha was doing credit repair 10 years ago. I told her ass should have stayed doing credit repair. She wouldn't have been in prison. But she was doing credit repair prior to that. And then we was just trying to figure out ways to get back to the females that we was in jail with because we didn't have enough money to send everybody money. You know what I mean? So we were just trying to figure out ways to give back to them and help them. So that's what we came up with. And now it's helping my pockets. Now it's been like a really good business. So I'm happy that we did that.
But you know what's funny though? That's how God works, you know? You know what I'm saying? You help people and it comes back in return, number one. And number two, y'all said y'all did that from the heart. You understand? You didn't forget the girls that was in prison. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget people when they leave prison.
Right.
And they leave that, yo, I got you when I get home.
Honestly,
and then they get home, they forget.
Absolutely. You're right. Because honestly, Aisha is so good-hearted that like every other day she was sending like 10 people, 15 girls, $35, $40, money that she barely had. You know what I mean? But she just felt like she had to do that. So we was sitting and we have to figure out another way to get back to them, you know, because if you don't have $50 to send 15 girls, you know, we could. That's when we came up with that, and it worked.
You're right now, y'all some good girls. Man. I'm gonna tell you that right now because I know about the prison system. I'm not no stranger to it. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna come out with my book and my story when I get my.
Oh wow!
You know, I got something. That's why it's a reason why they call me DONVETO. I ain't just make that name up. You know?
Wow.
But at the end of the day, everything you're saying is like, I really feel it because you don't have people that have a heart like you and Aisha got right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know them girls in there, they love y'all to death. They like, yo, man. They probably was crying every time they seen the love coming from, you know what I'm saying? Because people forget people in there, you know? But let's talk about your author. You also have a book called Swiped. Why did you name it Swiped? Yeah, there you go.
The book is called Swiped because I used to do credit card fraud. That's what I was in prison for. And you know, when you go up to the register and you use the card, what you do? You swipe it, right?
Yeah.
So I named the book Swipe.
That's smart, creative, you know.
Right.
Oh,
And
wow.
honestly, this card right here, this is my money maker. So that's why I had to put her on the
that
front.
big money.
I had to put her on the front cover because she is who made me a lot of money.
Oh, that's the one, huh? That's that black
That's the
card
one right
too.
there. Yes,
That's
that's
that
the one
black
right
card.
there.
That black card ain't nothing to play with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Swipe is real, because when you like naming a company or a business or a book, it's always hard to figure out a name for something. You know what I'm saying? But when you swipe, that sounds like something you want to read. Like, swipe, what they talking about? Let me open this up, see what they were swiping.
Right. What they was
You know?
swiping, right?
Yeah.
Because it could go any type of way, right? Like it could go.
Yeah.
Your mind could be like swipe. Like what was they swiping?
I caught on quick.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So if you would have never seen the card, you just seen this.
Right.
What you would have thought? You would have thought credit cards or?
No, I wouldn't have thought that.
No, right?
That card, it
You
went
need
together.
that card,
It's real creative. Yeah, it's real creative. Yeah, so let me ask you a question. So can you talk about the book a little bit or no?
Oh, definitely. So the book is, you know, it's basically about, I don't want to say me, but I want to say me because it's a lot of true information in this, you know. It's based around my story, but I had to add, you know, some stuff in there to make the readers entertained. So a lot of it is true. About like 75% of the book is true. And it's about, you know, a young girl growing up in Brooklyn, like I spoke to you about, and you know, her parents would give her everything. When they couldn't give her what they used to give her, she had to go and figure out ways to get it on her own. You know, she met a guy and she used his hustle to make it her own hustle. She met another guy, and you know, she just that's how she got in the game, you know. But it's a really good read, and I'm getting really good feedbacks on it. You know, when you put something out, especially if it's about you, like my life is not entertaining to me. Like it's my life, so I'm like, okay, like it's not really entertaining. But when I look at Aisha's life, I'm like, damn, your shit is crazy. She be like, your shit is crazy too. So other people feel like that about your life, but you may not think your life is that entertaining, because I'm getting a lot of good feedbacks about the book. You know, everybody's really enjoying the book, so I'm happy. And honestly, if I didn't go to prison, I would have never wrote a book.
You got a number of time on your hands, you know. Same
Right.
way like right now, but it's not this. But you know, it's not the same. But let me ask you a question. So, what made you say, "Let me write a book"? What happened?
You know, just one day I was sitting on my bunk and I was reading a book, and I think it was the book, I think it was Bitch. I was reading Bitch. And that was like the first like hood book that I ever read. And I was like, this book is really good. I want to write a book. I think I could write a book and my story could be entertaining. And then as I'm saying that, it's so crazy. A week later, Aisha came to me with her book that she's written. And I'm like, you wrote this book? It was like pages, like this thick. She's like, yeah, read it. Right. It's called Boss Life, read it. So I read it. And when I read it, I said, yo, this book is crazy. Like, this book is the best I've read. This book is way better than Bitch. So I told her, like, yo, I really want to write a book. So she's like, write it. She's like, write it, and I'm going to help you with it, you know, because she's the author. Wow. So I wrote the book, and she basically took my story, made it into a book, and just put in, you know, the pieces that it was missing. And we went from there. It took me about 2 years to actually put it out, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that too. Yeah, so it took like 2 years. So writing the book. Let me ask you a question. So writing the book, is it like writing a letter or writing a story, and then you turn it to like a book type of form or something like that?
Well, see, for me, it was a little bit easier because from the beginning, I knew that Aisha was going to put it into book format. Like, she was going to like actually write the book. So like, I didn't have to say I went into the room and it was beautiful. It was a gray room with, I didn't have to describe all of that because she did all of that. I just basically took my story from the beginning and just like as a child and just was writing. And she read everything and took everything and made it into a book and just put in all the pieces that it was missing.
Yeah, Aisha's a beast, man. You know,
She's a
she's
beast,
real cool.
yeah.
She's a cool girl. She got a lot of smarts with her. I like her. Man, it's real cool. Question, so where can people get your book at if they want to get it?
They can get my book on www.theswipebook.com. Theswipebook.com. And you know, I got a video up there. The website is dope. You could read about me on the website. You could order your book. The book is $25. And then also, if you order the book now, you're gonna get a signed copy. So I'm signing books and I'm sending them out. Like,
oh wow,
you know,
y'all better
so
get
crazy?
on that book, get that signed copy. Say that again.
Yes, I'm doing signed copies.
There you go. Y'all better get that signed copy. You know, you might be able to get some money off that signature later on.
Yo, let me tell you something. I'm so much of a hustler, right? Like I'm kind of upset about the corona, because if it wasn't for corona, I would be out at every barbershop hustling, selling my books. Yeah. I would walk into the barbershop, making sure I look good, and I'm like, hey y'all, what's going on? I just came home from prison. My name is Shawana. I just wrote a book. My book is called Swipe. It costs the same amount as your haircut. Support me. Like, I would be at every barbershop hustling, selling my book. Like,
that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And people go
That's
buy
how you make the money. You gotta do the legwork. You gotta do the legwork with anything. Right. Like, people be scared to do the legwork. This is my book. I wrote it. This is my baby. I'm gonna do everything that I gotta do to push this book. You know what I mean?
The same energy you put in illegal, you put in legal.
Right. You know that's how I think about it. I used to be up in them stores. I could go up into the barbershop, go in the nail salons, go into the other stores and sell my book. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Definitely.
So I also found some other good stuff about you. You like do some you go to events and you do speaking stuff like that. The Clique, Pink Panther Clique. You know, a lot of people really feeling y'all. And then y'all went and started helping the girls y'all left behind. Come on, man.
Right. Whoever came home first. Huh?
No,
you can hear me?
That. Yeah, I hear you good.
Whoever came home first just helped the person that came home after them. And then that's how we basically formed, you know?
Yeah.
And but we had a goal, and we stuck to it. We said, this is what we're going to do, no matter what. Nothing is going to get in the way of it. Because it's so many, you know what's so crazy? A lot of women been to prison and don't like to speak about it. But when we came out, we helped a lot of people speak about it. Because, you know, when you're going through something, like mentally, that shit could fuck you up. It could really fuck you up if you don't speak about it. Like, I didn't notice that, like, I really didn't heal from my incarceration experience until I spoke about it. You know what I mean? Like, the first time I actually was like speaking about it with other women, like, I broke down because I felt like I was able to get it out. People knew they knew what I went through. They knew I was in prison, but they just never heard it from me. Right. And I would always just not speak about it. Just like, you know, not speak about my experience because I just was embarrassed, you know? Right. That me just talking about it, it just made everything like better. It just made my life come into, like, it just formed my life. It just helped me, you know? It's
like a cleanse. You know? And not only that, though, it's like people could learn from your story. You know? They could learn from your story, like, you know, from your story, like growing up, and then, you know, you doing things to get money, then you get in trouble, then you come home, you turn your life around, you giving back. That's a quality story right there. And young girls can look at you and be like, you know what? Damn, she did it, I could do it too, you know?
Absolutely. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's the whole goal. You know, if we can help one person, like, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah, that's a good story. And y'all,
I mean, it's hard out here. You know, it's nothing is easy. It's hard out here. Like, it's a struggle. I'm not gonna say my life is all sweet. You know, coming home from prison, you got a felony. You can't even get a fucking apartment because you got a felony. then it's like, what do you do? You know, so it was
Mm-hmm.
definitely a struggle. You know, they run your name. You can't apply for any apartments if you got a felony, or you can't get a job if you got a felony. But I think that's what really like encouraged me. Like, I can't get a job. Oh, fuck that job. I don't want a job. I'm gonna be my own boss. So they don't have to tell me, oh, I can't work because you got a felony. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do what I have to do for me, and I'm gonna make sure I don't fail.
Right.
You know
There
what I
you
mean?
go.
Like, there's
Mm-hmm.
no, I can't fail. I don't have time for that. I was in prison. I don't. If this doesn't work, what am I gonna do? I tell myself that every day. So that's why I go so hard,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hard on myself. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And
not good.
no, I was saying, and like, I don't care what people think. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so past that. Like, my life is not, I don't care what you think. You don't pay my bills. You're not helping me with nothing. So I don't care what you think. I'm going to continue to do what I got to do. I'm going to continue to hustle. I'm going to continue to use Instagram to make me some motherfucking money. Like, I'm not about to post pictures on Instagram and I'm not making no money off of it. For what? Right. What am I here for? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I just take that whole mentality of me being like younger and being a hustler, and I just changed it into like, you know, real life and now.
Mm-hmm. But you know what though? Everything you've been through, far as growing up, I see, going to prison a few times, meeting some great friends, coming home and turning your negative into a positive and opening up your own business and giving back. That's a great story right there. I mean, I'm going to have to get that book too. You know, I'm going to have to, I think I can find it. I'll get it. I'm going to read that book too and check it out. Sound like a very interesting story. And I want y'all that's watching it
to
support
you can
her.
pin it too.
We need more support out here for real. Huh?
Yes, this is a great book, y'all. This is a great read. And I'm telling you, a lot of people could relate to it. Like, even if you wasn't, you know, going up in them stores and stuff, and there's other ways that you could relate to this story. It's other stuff in this book that you could relate to. I'm telling you.
Okay.
How long after you came home did you have your daughter? Oh, thank you. I had my daughter like a year after I came home. Probably not even a year. Maybe about 8 months after I came home.
What's her name? She's a little cutie. What's her name?
Zori. Her name is Zori.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a little cutie.
Thank you.
So let me ask you a question. So I saw you did a little video. What was the video for? Promotion?
Was it about the swipe book? The video when I was walking with the bag?
Coming down, you had the bags and all that walking.
Yo, listen, that was me. That was me back in the days. That was me back in the days, walking to my car with all the bags, you know, like just leaving out the stores. I just came from swiping. I used to be in them stores. Listen, I was in them stores getting all the shit. I was, okay? So that was just a glimpse of like the life I used to have.
Look like a little motion picture, you know what I'm saying? Like a little clip.
Yeah, it was a little clip, you know, basically showing how I used to be. I used to be in the stores, you know, getting money, getting to the bag, and then my life just went downhill because obviously I was doing some illegal things that I shouldn't have been doing. And it ended me in prison. And book two, my book two is going to talk about me now. Like, book two is going to be crazy, you know? But I'm happy. Like, I'm happy I wrote this book, and I'm happy I got everything out. Because now I feel like I could really live my life now, you know?
Right. Yes.
My truth is out.
Yes. And your truth is out, and also it pushed you in a direction where you're successful. Now you're doing your thing legally, and you're helping people, and you're giving back. You know, and you got to worry about, and you 1099, you're not W-2.
I don't gotta work, and I don't gotta look over my motherfucking shoulders no more, and worry about if the feds is about to knock on my door. I don't gotta worry about that, cause that was the worst feeling. Like, yo, I used to be like nervous, like Are they coming?
Can,
Now
can I ask you a question?
I don't have to feel like that.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get caught?
Okay, so initially, this is the reason why I kept going back to prison, because I felt like I didn't get caught for anything that I did. So I felt like, what the fuck? I didn't even get caught for what I did. Why am I in prison?
Right,
But
right.
basically, in the beginning, when I first learned about credit cards, me and the guy that I was with at that time, we didn't really know nothing. We was just researching stuff, you know, and just knowing that that shit could make you money. So we were just looking online at certain things, and we met somebody. We met someone who lived in China. So he lived in China. We didn't know him. He didn't know us. He never seen our face, nothing. All we used to do was talk online. So he made it easy for us where we didn't have to buy anything, no machines. We didn't have to learn nothing. We didn't have to do nothing. All we had to do was pay him, and he send us the stuff, and we go do what we got to do. Now I was like 17 at that time. I was 17, and what happened was he was sending it to not only us, he was sending it to people in Africa. He was sending it to people all over. So he got in trouble in China. They opened his package. When he sent the package, the Secret Services opened the package, and they seen what it was. So then that's how we got in trouble, because we was a part of that, you know, him sending the package. We was a part of that. And that's how we caught our federal case. Okay. That's how I caught my federal case.
Oh, wow. So you said
I felt like, yo, I ain't get in trouble. I ain't do shit. They didn't catch me in the stores. They didn't catch me red-handed. They just caught me getting some shit mailed to my house, and now I'm in trouble.
Right.
So I was like, man, please, I'm going right home, and I'm going to do what I got to do. And I did that, and my ass got in trouble again. But this time I got in trouble. And it's so crazy, because I didn't even fucking get in trouble this time for me. I got in trouble because I gave it to somebody, and I just want to be with them. It's just a whole story, but I just never got in trouble for me. That was a sign. That was a sign for me to stop doing what I was doing and do something else.
Yeah. Wow.
That really was a sign.
And look at you. You could laugh about it and everything.
I could laugh. Yo, it's so crazy, because I could laugh about it. I'm laughing about it with you. Like, yeah. I can laugh about it.
Because you surpassed it, and you got a beautiful family. You know what I'm saying? You got your daughter. You got your health. You're doing great. You know what I'm saying? You helping people. I mean, you happy, you know?
Like, I'm happy. Yo, you know what's so crazy? I do not take away I do not want to take away anything that I've been through, anything that I experienced. Like, me going to prison, I've learned so much from me going to prison. Like, all the stuff that I know now, I don't think I would have never even noticed it, or even cared to notice, or even want to learn it, had I not been to prison. Because it's like, you're so distracted by everything that's going on in the world. And then when they sit you down, you guys, it's so much shit that I realized when I was in prison that I didn't even realize when I was home, because I sat there and thought about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this person did this. Was they really trying to play me? Or they did this? Like, you really have time to sit down. Even now, like, we got time to sit down in our house and really think about stuff. Like, even when it comes to, like, starting a business, like, you got so much time to research stuff. There's nothing going on. We can't go outside, you know?
Right. Yes. And I'm glad you said that, because, you know, I got a couple of businesses myself. And I always work 7 days anyway, because I do my own thing, you know? But there's a couple of things that I didn't really have time to do, because I ain't really had a team like that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be in here bored, and I don't want to be, you know, complaining. And I did time, so I know this is light compared to doing time. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just coming up with all kinds of stuff. People like, yo, where this come from? Where that come from? Yo, champ, I'm working. I got the laptop out. I got 2 cell phones, and I got the iPad. What you doing in the house? Watching Netflix all day? You gotta be kidding me.
Yo, you know? I don't think I watched a full movie since we've been in quarantine. Like, I mean, movies is great. Like, you know, sometimes my man would be like, babe, let's watch a movie. You know, we watch it, but I'm not really that entertained by movies. I just want to strategize some shit. Like, that's what's entertaining to me. Like, I just want to put something together and figure out ways to make some more money.
That's that hustler spirit. that's that spirit of want to be a winner and be successful. You know what I'm saying? And once you
Yo,
get that,
me and Aisha
feeling, it's on. Yeah.
do not like to go to sleep without closing
Mm.
a certain amount of deals. Like, we have a hard time. Like, it's bad. We like, yo, we gotta make another deal right now. Post on Instagram. Do this. We gotta get a deal. Like, seriously, we gotta feed our kids. We gotta feed our family. We gotta feed ourselves, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, it's especially like when the money coming in slow. Like, you know, we got our company, the money coming in slow. It's slower than what we used to.
Mm-hmm.
When I was on the streets, the money was just coming in. You know, now it's just like, it's slow pace, you know, so it's different.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling.
If somebody put on here, y'all met for a reason.
Yes, absolutely. We tell each other that all the time.
Yeah,
we definitely tell each other we met for a reason.
Yep. You know,
I didn't think that 10 years, I couldn't even see 10 years when she told me she had 10 years. She couldn't even see 10 years. I was like, I think I'm more, like, we clicked instantly. Like, we just clicked. And I'm like, I'm never leaving this girl's side. Like, she's so smart. She's so ambitious. And, like, certain stuff she was talking to me about. I'm young, you know. She's a couple years older than me. She was teaching me so much stuff. And I always had an open mind to things, you know what I mean, since young. And I've learned so much from her, like, when I was incarcerated. I'm like, listen, I'm going to be by your side, okay? 10 years going to go. It's going to go and come. I got you.
Yeah, you got her. She about to cry on here. She's getting all emotional. She loves you, man. That's your girl.
No, it's just a different bond. Like, I got so much other friends who I, like, love so much. It's just a different bond. Like, Lami that's on here right now, I see her commenting. Like, I love Lami. She means everything to me. It's just a different bond with somebody who you did jail time with. You know what I mean? Like, you with that person every single day. Me and Aisha woke up to each other. Oh, we taking our shower at 7 o'clock? We in the shower together at 7 o'clock. Not literally together, but, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
7 o'clock. We eating together. We go in the computer room together. We walking down the laundry together. Like, we with each other every single day, all day long. More than you would be with, like, your husband or your wife. You know what I mean? Y'all in the same house, but y'all both work 2 different jobs. Y'all both do different things. Y'all got different lives, but y'all come back home together. No. We were together every single day, all day for a year and a half straight.
And you know what, though? When you go to jail or whatever the case may be, you get to really learn the real person in there, because you don't have nothing. So y'all was in the trenches together, and y'all built a bond. You know what I'm saying? With
you learn every type of emotions that person have when they're happy, when they're sad, when they everything. You don't experience that with your normal friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you hide it, or sometimes you don't show certain emotions, you know, but you're like with that person, so you see it. Oh, this motherfucker ain't put money on my commissary. Like, you just see the different emotions that person go through, so you know that person. Like, I know Aisha. Like, if somebody says, yo, Aisha did this, I would know off the back if it's true or not. Like, I know I know what she's capable of doing. Nah, my friend ain't do that. I don't care what you say, she ain't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different type of bond. Like, you really get to know people.
She cried. She said she cried when you left.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I cried too, but I wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, I love you, but I'm gonna see you. She called me. Like, she literally called me like 10 minutes after I left. She called me.
Oh, man. You know what it is? It's funny now, right? It wasn't funny then,
it's funny now. It wasn't funny then. It was not funny. Oh my God, no.
Oh man, this is great. This is a great vibing session I'm having with you, for real.
I never thought I'd be like talking about my prison experience. Like, that was just like something I felt like I never wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like I was in prison. That's like so beneath me. You know what I mean? But no, I've learned from my prison experience. Like, I will not take away that experience at all.
Yeah.
Because I feel like prison is what molded me into who I am today.
It did.
We all go through things in our lives that mold us into who we are, you know?
Yes.
Your experience may not be as crazy as mine, but you went through something and you were able to handle it. I probably wouldn't have been able to handle your experience. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you probably can't handle the prison experience, you know, but it's that's what molds you into who you are. So I do not regret my prison experience for nothing.
Yeah. And I tell people something similar. I've been through some things growing up, you know, and they was like, would you do it again? I said, I probably would. I said, because it molded me into the person I am today. And to be honest,
absolutely,
I lived a life when I was a kid that some of y'all might never see as an adult. Because we was living. You know what I'm saying? But that's from my book.
Where you from?
My book yet. I'm from Harlem.
Where you from?
From Harlem.
From Harlem. Okay.
Yeah, from Harlem. You know, but I moved. I didn't stay in Harlem. You know, I moved around a little bit. Kind of international, you know. But I'm gonna say that for my book.
I can't wait to read your book.
Yeah, I might have to talk to Aisha. You might have to make a little deal or something, but she writing new stories like that. I got a hell of a story too, you know.
I mean, yeah, I hope you can get her because I'm trying to hit her up for book 2 and her ass don't got time for nothing. She like, listen, that was prison. I don't know if I'm writing no books no more.
Now I'm glad y'all doing good. I'm glad y'all doing well, you know. Is there anything else we need to talk about that you're doing that people need to know about?
Well, listen, guys, if you need your credit fixed, I'm here. Okay. I can fix your credit. 45 to 60 days, delete those derogatory accounts, inquiries, whatever you got on your credit, I can remove it. I got my hairline. We sell ponytails, we sell wigs, we sell frontals, bundles, you know, whatever you need, we sell it. Anything to do with hair. Even this ponytail I got in right now, $45. I have my book. I know I got my book. So cop that. It's $25. It's on theswipebook.com. And support me. You know, I'm just a young girl from Brooklyn. You know, I did federal time and I'm just trying to, you know, live life the right way and not have to go back to prison. Like, I'm really just living the right way and hustling one client at a time, one book at a time, one ponytail at a time. You know, I'm just doing what I got to do. You know, and I really genuinely appreciate everybody who do support me. And also, we got a raffle that's coming out for credit repair. I believe it's going to be about $30 real quick. I think
we got less than a minute. It's going to cut off.
Okay. So it's a raffle. It's $30 per person. You put your name in a thing. You pay $30. And if it lands on your name, we'll fix your credit for free. Clean you up.
There it is.
Get your score to like a 750. But thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you. Hopefully we can do this in person.
I'm glad you came on. I'm glad you came on.
We could do this in person next time.
Oh, you're going to definitely do it again when this COVID-19 is over. But thank you. You have an incredible story. You're an incredible young lady. And I wish you much success. God bless you and your family.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
And we will talk soon. And shout outs to Aisha and y'all bond and stuff like that. And you have a great day. And I'll be in touch.
Thank you for everybody that tuned in. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all know I fuck with y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Okay. You too.
Bye-bye. All right. Take care.